Hello and welcome back to Embolden's video tutorial project. In this video we're going to talk very quickly about how to delete pages from your DNN site and also how to hide pages if you don't want to delete them. And those are two different things. So to delete a page, it's fairly simple. You navigate to the page you want to delete. In this case, I'm on the Get Started page under How to Give for our demo site, which is a copy of the Kalamazoo Community Foundation site. It just happens to be the first thing in the drop-down, so that's why I picked it. If I wanted to delete this page, I would navigate here. I would simply go up into the control panel and click delete under page functions. Very simple. You will always get a pop-up asking you if you're sure you want to delete. It's always going to want you to confirm that so that you don't make a mistake. If I click OK, it's going to delete this page. If I click cancel, it's going to cancel out and it won't delete the page. I'm going to click cancel in this case because I don't want to delete anything on our demo site here. So deleting a page is very easy, but there may be times that you want to hide a page without deleting it. You may just want to temporarily sort of take it offline or have people not be able to find it without actually deleting the page. And the way you would do that is actually by adjusting the page settings. So again, I'm on our Get Started page. If I wanted to hide this page, I would go up here in the control panel and click this settings option, and that's going to get us into the page settings. And many of you will remember this from the video on adding pages. We went through what all the settings are. There's two different things in here that will allow you to hide a page, and they work in very different ways. The first option is this include in menu. If you uncheck this and then click update down here, this page will no longer exist in the menu. So I can click update. I'm still on the Get Started page. I can see it's still here. It hasn't been deleted. I happen to be logged in, so we'll talk about permissions in a minute. But I can see it's no longer in this subnav over here. It should be in the sub-navigation, or it should be in this drop-down under How to Give, and it's no longer showing up because I unchecked the Include in Menu checkbox. So that's basically saying the page still exists, but don't put it in the menu anymore. There's an old saying in IT that obscurity is not security. So hiding a page in this way so that it doesn't show up in the menu is not the same as actually making it secure. If somebody has a link to this either through a search engine, through an old email, if they had bookmarked this page for some reason, they could still get back to this page. They can still see it. There's very few times you're going to want to hide a page from the menu like this. Usually it's in a case of something your web developer would do for you. In our case, it would be us, Embolden. For example, up here, we have what are called these admin links. So we might have sections of the site that we don't want to appear in this main navigation because they're written into the template up here as standalone links. So we would hide those from the navigation. We're not really trying to make them secure. We're just trying to control the way the navigation displays. Other times we'll have things like a thank you page that you get for filling out a form. We don't want that page to be secure because we want you to be able to see it if you're a user who's not logged in, but we don't want it to appear in the drop down. So for example, under How to Give, if you go down to the donation option, give to an existing fund, for example, or give now, there's probably a thank you page in the site structure underneath Give Now that you only see when you make your donation, but we can see it's not showing up in the drop down here. So that's hiding a page from the navigation. The page is still live, it's not secure, it's just not showing up in your navigation. If you want to actually make the page secure, we're going to go back into the page settings, and rather than hide it from the navigation, we're going to recheck this Include in Menu box, but we're going to uncheck this box down here. If you remember from our original video on adding new pages to the site, this is the permissions section of the page menu. So this is basically telling us who can view the page, that's this first column, and who can edit the page, that's the second column. And over here we have all of these different groups that are built into the system. So if you're logged in, most likely you are logged in as an administrator. So you can view this page and you can edit this page. Underneath that, we see there's a group called All Users. That's a generic term that the system uses to say everybody. Everybody, whether they are logged in or not, it does not matter who you are, you have the right to see this page. So this page is live to the world. And then underneath that, we have different groups. So for example, you might have a board intranet on your site. So you might have a board group, and you can have certain pages that are set up so that only board members can see them, but regular users who aren't logged in cannot. You would have to be logged in as a board member. So to hide a page, for the most part, you're just going to come in here, uncheck all users, and then click update. And what that will do is the page, if you are not logged in, will no longer be in the navigation over here. I happen to be logged in as an administrator right now, so I still have permission to see this page, therefore it still shows up in the navigation for me. But if I was not logged in, it would not be there. If I happen to have a link to this Get Started page, and I was just a regular user, I'm not logged in, if I just get to the site with that link, all I'm going to see here is a login screen. I'm not going to see any of this content here. So this is actually securing the page rather than just obscuring the page, meaning making it harder to find.